man. Come on, man. It's 12.
What?
Cheers.
No, I'm not.
Well, just disregard that. Okay.
Wasn't ready.
Oh, he's gonna be mad. He's gonna be so mad.
He is. He's really mad right now.
It was an accident. I swear.
Hey guys, you know we're live, right?
I'm trying. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that technical shit. It's your boy Trey Proper.
Oh, hey, there's no Herb. So it's your boy. Fuck Alan Liam as a staff record label and as a motherfucking crew. And if you're still friends with him, report him and fuck you, Alan Liam, old New York resident, Facebook hack stealing. Like, you didn't even do anything with my name yet. I watched the page. You ain't doing nothing with it. You just sitting there just like taking my page and you changed the name, but my pronunciation is still there. Like, what? Facebook, get off your ass and block this nigga. Like, you been reporting him, like, you got like 80 people reporting him. You talking about, like, I don't see anything wrong. I don't see anything wrong. I don't see it. Fuck you, Zuckerberg, man. That's why Elon Musk is going to take your career. Fuck him.
It's career.
Okay, I want to take my time in my introduction to say I'm so sorry, OCG. I'm so sorry. It was an accident.
I'm over it.
You can't protest not saying your name because he didn't give you a chance to make your drink. Just say who you are and introduce yourself to the people who are just now joining us, please.
They see my name. It's on the screen.
Thank you guys for joining us here on Blerds and Whiskey Live. We've got a great show lined up for you. As always, it's your first time being here. Make sure you like the video, share the video, drop a comment, because we will be reading them as we go on. We are live on Twitch as well as YouTube. So, our genius mixologist here had a great episode for Thirsty Thursday. And they actually, if you watched the episode, if you didn't, go back to our Blerds and Whiskey page on YouTube and look up the drinks that they have suggested. I did it right, except for I did not have mint. And I had, I made a mojito.
What's the color in it? What's the color in it, Trey? Mojitos already have citrus. It's right up your alley. So what's the color in it, Trey?
Strawberry lemonade.
What the fuck, man?
Happy Easter. Had to make it pink for the holiday.
That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't make no sense.
Jesus didn't fight the Easter Bunny in a death match for you to do this.
It's like messing things up. All right. So what did you guys make?
Mojitos, like we always. I just did the regular mojito. I did lime Bacardi lime, which already has citrus in it, so the lime is a little eccentric. But I didn't have the berries to muddle it this time, which was really good. But like the most comment we got was a good call on a ginger beer there, Rick, because a lot of people really like that. You can use tonic water if you want. We're fine. That's the original one. But we Blerds and Whiskey. We kind of like to experiment. So that ginger beer was definitely a sleeper hit. I might go to bars and request that now.
You can use tonic water if you have a mustache like Colin Farrell in the Miami Vice movie.
I'm a fiend for mojitos.
But ginger beer is the better call. I did the regular mojito with ginger beer, except for I just muddled some blackberries and some raspberries together in the glass. So,
also, I've never actually watched that Miami Vice movie, and it came out in like 2006. I was like, where was I? Like, what the? I had no idea. I mean, did he do the Miami Vice before Daredevil?
No, he did it after.
Okay.
I forgot about Daredevil.
I never forget about Daredevil. Make me a costume.
So are you guys going to take Herb's place and not let me talk about the drink that I made?
No, we're dealing with something.
No, I don't want to.
Please tell us what you got to drink, please.
I got shit. I got alcohol.
Not be one of those episodes.
All right, you know what? Cool. That's fine. She doesn't want to talk. We go ahead and church announcements then. All right. Hey, y'all. Stranger Things. First of all, shout out to Herb. I guess he's doing the Easter Sunday thing. So, hope you got a suit, take pictures. He got a pastel. Hope the Easter Bunny lays like eggs under your pillow or whatever they do. I don't know. I haven't been a kid in years. So shout out to Stranger Things season 4 trailer hit. Look forward to seeing. I've never watched the show. I'm not even going front like on fan. I've never watched the shit. I'm sorry. I'm an '80s kid, and I wanted to watch the show, but I just
The
keep
show
saying
is
it's on.
set in the 80s.
I know it's on Netflix.
It's right up your
I'm
alley.
lazy. I know I'm lazy. It's like it's on Netflix. It ain't going nowhere. It's a hit. They're not going to get rid of it anytime soon. So it's going to be there for years. I'm going to be fine. Also, like that's just I don't know. It's but season 4 has I heard good things about it though. I've heard a lot of good things about it. So season 4 trailer hit. So hopefully they'll continue the tradition of being good things. I don't know where they're gonna go because they're not kids anymore. So I don't know how this is gonna work. Is it the 90s now?
No, it's 1985, but they're in high school now. They're in high school, so they gotta. It's been 3 years since the last episode. They gotta age. They get the characters age up automatically, but. I think the first episode started in the 80s, so they're right along for pace.
Okay. I mean, all right, that's cool. I get it. I don't.
So I checked my Netflix last night when I actually watched the trailer. I am still on episode 2 of season 2, so I got a little bit of catching up to do before season 4 comes out. So I'll get on that right away. Probably not. But I'll get on that right away.
Speaking of seasons, hey y'all, it's a con season. We got HBCU con coming up April 30th through May 1st. $15 to get in at BSU. Awesome Con. Shout out to Awesome Con for blowing up real quick. I mean, that's still pretty much a baby. It's like under 5 years and it's really huge. Awesome Con is where I met the Black and Red Ranger one time at a bar. So yeah, shout out to that one. That's about to be what was Awesome Con, June 3rd through the 5th, $85. God damn. At the Washington Convention Center. Jesus Christ. All right. Well, that's why I met them at the bar and not actually at the convention.
They got their checks and got the fuck up out of there.
Right, yo. I was just outside of the convention. I was at the convention. Speaking of convention, we got BlerdCon coming up. That's July 8th through the 10th at the Hyatt Regency Crystal City. That's where like Katsucon and AUSA used to be. So that's always a good memory. $65. So that's a lot better than AwesomeCon's prices. So, shout out to that one. What else we got? HNIC Cons definitely coming up Juneteenth. We'll be there too, along with a lot of other Black content creators. So keep an eye out for that one. The Kickstarter has already ended. So right now the tickets are going on sale soon. So that's where if you weren't part of Kickstarter, you can definitely purchase tickets from there. Just go to hnic.com or something like that. That's pretty much it for the season stuff. What's up, Trey?
I didn't say anything. Anything.
Okay. I'm gonna say you suck at poker because your face. So on the somber news though, R.I.P. Gilbert Godfrey. Not too long ago, he actually posted a picture with him, Bob Saget, and I believe it was Louis Anderson. He was just basically stating that a lot of his friends had passed on, and now he's joined them. If y'all don't know Gilbert Godfrey, for those who aren't familiar with it, he's a very squinty, very distinct voiced comedian, known for his raspy and high pitch, gravelly voice. He voiced Iago who's the parrot from Jafar from Aladdin. He might have been the Aflac goose. I don't know if that's true or not. He was the Aflac goose. Okay. Also, very recently, he was also part of Hydra. So hail Hydra. No, he was. He was on. Look at Winter Soldier. He was Hydra.
What?
Yeah,
that was Gary Shandling.
Oh shit!
That was Gary Shandling that played the senator, not Gilbert Godfrey.
Totally different voices.
Totally different faces. Like
real quick, reading the comments over on YouTube. Happy Easter, folks. How you doing? Happy Easter, Johnny Jackson. She said she reported it too. Herb is in the comments. And
Happy Resurrection Sunday. That's what it really is. But
yeah, happy Resurrection Sunday. Fabulous 85 as well. I knew it was coming from Johnny to Jamaica, but y'all have realized that the same Facebook that gave away 77% of its members info to hackers who posted as FBI agents and asked for it. I mean, this is why we're not there anymore. So tell everybody to come watch it with us over here. They're laughing at you, Sharita. Jim Side Circus. That Miami Vice movie made mojitos wildly popular for a second there.
Motherfucker drink a lot of. He drank a lot of mojitos in that movie. Like if you go back and watch it. He drinks a lot of mojitos. Also, that was the movie that showed me what a 50 cal does to the human body. It's not good.
In better trailer news, they're
Wait, no. You missed
Spriggan?
one. You missed one. 85 was a great year. You damn sure right it was.
Yes, it was. Facts.
Continue.
Love tormenting. Facts. And Stranger Things, decent show, wildly unbalanced as magic cards. Okay.
Okay.
Funniest moment of Gilbert Godfrey reading 50 Shades of Grey. That is actually hilarious. And let's see. He also read, and I said what I said. Happy damn Easter from Johnny to Jackson. All right, keep going. Mr. Alan Liam.
So eat a dick. This one's actually a shout out to you, Rita. Since you missed your drink, you can watch Fast and Furious 10. It stars Brie Larson.
I'm definitely not.
Okay,
what?
Well, we're going to continue the salt train then.
What? Why is she in Fast 10? Why?
Well, because they need to connect that Marvel.
She's the person who saved them in real life from space and pushed their car to the Russian space center. So that's why she's in it.
See, look at you.
Just like she saved, she does rescue missions in space.
No,
so that's why.
How do you spell this bitch's name?
Brie. No,
Larson.
It's Brie and Larson.
Wow.
Now, but no. On a serious note, so Jason Momoa is going to be in it. He's going to be playing one of the villains, and then also
Brie the Rock replacement.
Yeah, he's replacing the Rock. Brie Larson is going to be in it. Now, the thing is like usually when they add these people, it's just like when they added Ronda Rousey or when they added Gina Carano. It's just like, oh, they're part of the Fast family, and it's just like some throwaway role. So we don't know what she could be. She could be like some random agent that helps out with Jason Statham's character or some stupid shit like that. But no, they also want I read an article where one of the producers of the movies says that he wants the movies to not be so ridiculous now. He kind of wants to bring it back to its roots. And I was reading the article and I was just like, that's kind of stupid because the toothpaste is out of the tube, so to speak, already. Like, you guys went to space. You can't reel that shit in. This nigga Tyrese took out a whole sect of a military by himself without a scratch on him. Like, we can't take this back to the streets of Miami and race for pink sheets. Like, that's not gonna work. Like, we can't do that. Like, it's crazy, and the next two movies have to continue to be crazy. And then also, apparently the Toretto bloodline has every type of ethnicity known to man in it, because apparently John Cena is Vin Diesel's brother, who actually in his 20s grows a whole nother foot. Like, it's already too weird.
And gets a clef in his chin. That's fucking impossible.
It's already too weird. Like, they can't take it back to
I'm just waiting on the secret black little sister. That's all. Like, where is that?
So is the rule that if they're not invited to the cookout at the end of the Fast and the Furious movie, they're not going to be in the next sequel?
No, that's not true. Yeah, because Jason Statham wasn't invited to the cookout.
Yeah, he was. He showed up.
No, that was 2 movies later. He was giving them hell. And then he becomes part of the family after he's murdered our Asian friend, who we find out is still alive with a random Mexican flag in his apartment in Tokyo. Goddamn, I love these movies so much, but they make my fucking head hurt. So, because it's just stupid.
I don't understand why.
It's just stupid fun.
Fucking stupid fun. And then he announced
I'm
this
just
shit
saying,
to the
like,
if
you're going to try to, speak about Hispanic culture, and I can do that. Technically speaking, he needs to have at least 10 kids, like, at least. Who's
representing Hispanic culture in Fast and
the Toretto family? Vin Diesel's family. They're supposed to be like Hispanic. They're Hispanic. They're black. They have Nordic. Like, it's all over the fucking place. Like, no,
They got the
seriously.
United Nations of family, basically.
So like the 23 and me is making a killing off the Toretto family.
Hold on, listen. I'm gonna give y'all an actual line that Charlize Theron said to John Cena in Fast 9. She said, "I knew the Toretto bloodline was all over the place, but I didn't know that there would be some Norwegian strain in it." She said that shit to him.
Is that where John Cena comes in?
Yes. Like I swear, I just watched the movie 3 days ago, and I'm sitting there looking at it. I was like, somebody fucking wrote that shit and submitted it to a producer, and they said, "I like where you're going there."
Yeah.
Trey, read Johnny's comment. The last one.
All that's left is going back in time to find out that Letty's little sister is Lupita. God damn it, no.
so here's the thing.
Where is the lie? Where is it?
It's all lies. It's all fucking lies.
Hold on, I'm about to fuck your head up. Lupita actually is a Hispanic name. So, I mean,
So she gonna be playing herself?
fuck it. Let's just go for it.
So
Oh
speaking
my
of
God.
going for it, Batman is going to be on HBO Max, y'all. It's debuting sometime like late tonight or early morning or however you want to stay up late to watch it. So for those who missed it in the theaters, you get a chance if you have a friend who has HBO Max, pay him $5 and go ahead and or don't, because that's not what we do here on Blerds and Whiskey. We're fair and we all have our own subscriptions. But yeah, you can catch it up on
We're
HBO
family.
Max.
We all live in the same household, so it's fine.
Pretty much.
But didn't they say
You
something
right?
about them restructuring?
No. That's the Netflix thing about restructuring that and having to pay for additional screens. But look at all the comments. Everybody's saying Lupita was born in Mexico, and she's fluent. And in the comment on Twitch, she's fluent in Spanish. Boom.
Damn it. Anyway, I was talking about the restructuring of the DC universe. Didn't they say when the article read about that?
We don't
No. Well, yeah, no. They're
Yeah.
just trying to. They realize
Money
there's a
game.
shitstorm in DC, so they're trying to
why
like.
don't y'all make fan fiction about that? Why don't y'all have the fucking Torettos go in there and fucking Dom
we
goes
did.
into a cave and leave that shit over there?
Is that
I
a
feel
challenge?
like that's what they're. Wait.
Is that a challenge?
Maybe Fast and Furious is going to make its like integration in DC versus Marvel,
Trey, we've already discussed
and they're
this.
just trying to.
Who do you
throw
think
us
Black
off
Adam
the
is?
path.
You don't think that the Rock's character was Black Adam that whole time to survive all that, to flex out of a cast?
I mean, they did put Jason.
Get to the next
Momoa in
goddamn
there.
topic.
I'm just
Fucking
saying.
Aquaman and Captain Marvel in the same fucking movie and Black Adam. Bullshit.
Exactly. Now, Aquaman and Black Adam going to be in the same comic
And
book
it's
franchise.
about to be a multiverse because I do feel like the plot of the next movie is them going back in time.
Straight
Back
up
to the future.
capacitor because the family. And then bam, Michael B. Jordan pops up like Dom, your sister's miss.
Yeah, she's writing this in the comments. Dom, who, Mia? Now, what's next, Simon?
No,
we're not
not
gonna do that.
Dom.
We're not. So speaking of movies though, on for real, y'all. The multiverse of madness is actually about to happen soon. So everybody, go ahead and get your tickets ready for Doctor Strange 2: Multiverse of Madness, because we, the Blerds and Whiskey crew, is going to actually do like a gathering, Tyson's Corner. We're going to put the event in like the group chats and the Discords and the fan pages. Is Alan Liam still on the fan page? We need to get that name out of there, by the way. I know we need to take him out of admin, but we need to get his name out of there.
He's in the admin?
He was
No,
blocked.
he's no longer.
No.
He's no longer. Oh, he's blocked?
blocked.
Okay, good. Thank you.
I took care of that myself.
Appreciate that.
Definitely.
Would you like to say your drink now?
Tyrese is actually Green Lantern after all? No! No! God damn it.
So we're going to post the event in the groups, in the group chats, in the groups, and stuff like that, Discord. So please come join us as we go to Tyson's Corner this time to watch a theater that the seats don't stick.
Be out there with the people with money. So if you broke, don't come.
Facts.
I don't know. Are we doing a pre-game, pre-show,
Yeah.
pre-gaming?
Absolutely.
We're
Yes.
pre-gaming.
Yes.
Do we have a
pre-gaming.
location?
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, the TGI Fridays right outside the movie theater. Like It's literally right adjacent to where you buy your tickets at, right in the food court at Tyson's Corner. So we'll be at the TGI Fridays before it, and we are going to the 8:40 showing of the movie. Correct, guys?
Correct. 8 showing.
Yes.
I think most of us are sitting on row H.
Yes.
Right?
Y'all are.
So
Y'all are.
if y'all want to come, we'll be in that section. So get a seat near there.
Make it easy on yourselves. Download Fandango and not the wrestler, the app, and just go ahead and get that ticket for the 8:40 Tyson's Corner. Regular. We're not doing like anything crazy like IMAX or 3D or anything crazy like that. We're just doing like a regular showing. Or is it digital?
I just want to point out that Johnita's on a roll.
Johnita, please stop.
She's killing it. She's killing it.
She's
Please.
on a roll.
Someone screenshot the comments so we can make this into a fan fiction just to piss Trey off.
Why do y'all hate me so? What did I do to deserve this much hate? I didn't.
Nobody hates you. We just promote creativity here.
They hate me more if that makes you feel any better.
He don't hate you. You just chose not to say your drink.
I'm just insignificant. That's what it is. I'm not important enough to hate.
Man,
that hold, Rita, that is not true. Matter of fact, you're so important. Don't you have a segment going on right about now?
Oh, congratulations and kudos on the segue. Inaudible applause. There you go. All right.
Thank you.
So, there's been a lot of talk basically about A$AP Rocky and Rihanna. Like, did he cheat? Did he not cheat? They were recently spotted together in Barbados. So I'm going to just say, like, if he did cheat, she don't care no more. So it's fine. Right? So all of those stepdaddy hopes that people had for Drake or themselves has now gone out the window. Right? So this poses a question for me. We had our first 80-degree day this week in the DMV. And, once the temperature starts getting to 80 degrees, cuffing season says stepdaddy season tends to come to an end because we outside, Now that we're outside, or we're partially outside because it's 50 degrees today. So are you planning your breakups right now? Like, somebody chime in the comments and let me know. I defer to my 3 male penis carrying co-hosts, and I just need to know how y'all feel about this situation.
Let me sling this up.
Full effect. Exactly. Like we like you said, we outside. We doing it. Don't matter what weather it is. It's time to go. Like,
but I'll say, okay. So in my single days, I'm going to be honest. The warmer the weather, the more that the people will come out with their kids. They're playing in the park. They're doing their thing. Whatever. Mm-hmm. Oh, look, there's a single mom with a kid. Boom. Okay, cool. That's my shot. Like, winter does not stop me.
Oh, so you feel like that's the start of stepdaddy season?
Of course. They're outside playing with the kids.
A different narrative. Okay.
Kids need to go outside and play and enjoy the sun, and mom needs a break from whatever game that she gives them an iPad and she talks to her friend on the bench. That's them playing in the park. So I'm just saying. All I'm saying is that moms is out more during when the weather's warm. Are they
out with their kids? Because I feel like a lot of moms drop their kids off at great grandma because grandma still got a life. So you got to drop the kid off at great grandma's house at this point.
So we don't want the hood boogers though. Like we don't want the ones that drop them off for grandma. We want the responsible women that's out of the playgrounds. You see, I didn't shave the beard, but I still got the mouth saddle going. It's stepdaddy season beginning already. We out here.
So Trey, you're the outlier because you feel like it's not stepdaddy season anymore.
First of all, stepdaddy seson never stops. It's just different seasons.
That's what I tell you.
I'm somebody got us paid for Six Flags. You know
what? Good job. No, I mean it's true though. Like we always outside. It ain't nothing changed. Ain't nothing changed. We out here. Like, but the only problem for me is mine's is 14 now, so I can't do too many more play dates. That ain't gonna work for me.
So clearly, Johnita just wants to replace Herb today because she's just trying to get in the host. She said the warmer the weather, the wetter you get her. Boom.
I'm not paying.
I mean, if you stay on Tsunami, you don't have to.
Wrong show. Later tonight, Johnita.
Johnita, Keep that shit going. You are
Janita, I feel you, sis. If you stay, you got to drink that alkaline water. You know, it does wonders.
New
show, different show.
I'm gonna go ahead and end it with this though, because like I said, right now, like I said, the 80-degree weather, so it's spring break. So during spring break, you know, the kids is home, so the mom is going crazy, especially with these, you know. So what we got to do right now, when the spring break, when the weather's getting warmer, the clothes are getting smaller, all of a sudden, I think, you know, maybe when I'm gonna spit some game on, I'm like, yo, shorty, you know what I'm saying? You're looking kind of tight right now. You know what, though? I happen to be a sponsor. So let me tell you, you go on blerdsandwhiskey.com, right? You go to your partner page, and you can look up FNX Fit, FNX Phoenix Fit, FNX Blerds 1. You look up that, put that code in, put that promo code, get 15% off of your pre-workout, your post-workout, your CBD oils, all that good stuff. Get yourself nice and tight. You know, it's like it's springtime. You still got time to get that summer body going on.
Nah,
right?
Put your fupa in the spring in the sundress. Put it in there. It's okay, you know, because you're gonna still put them same niggas in there.
I'm about to say you can do that if you go on Blerds and Whiskey. If you go on now. So it's funny you mentioned the fupa though, because if you go also to our partner page, you got our other partnership, which is for beard struggle, right? So with the fupa though, right? That fupa can go on your forehead while you enjoy the beard struggle.
You know what? This took a turn.
I'm just saying, the fupa on the forehead. She's feeling the benefits of the beard oils and the soft conditioners and stuff like that. So your beard's nice and soft.
Cam,
you can go on Blerds 1.
What the hell is
that? It's a throne at this point. Okay.
Right, what the hell am I going to do? I'm being honest, yo. If you got a soft beard, the fupa's on the forehead and the beard struggling. And beard ain't struggling. The only thing you're struggling is maybe breath. Maybe I'm struggling to breathe, but I'm
beard struggle helps keep your mouth saddle nice and cozy.
Jesus Christ, we are never going to get monetized.
I said mouth saddle.
Mouth saddle. That's your T-shirt. Damn it.
At this point, I got 20 T-shirts
and 38.50 on the back.
Can we up to it, down to it at this point?
It's too early. It's too early.
Because this took a turn.
It really did.
And
get your fupa fit merch.
Get your fupa. Yes.
Yeah,
season I'm on Twitch.
My mic is on.
Because then you strengthen the neck and jaw muscles. You see what I'm saying?
Because you got the feet fit strengthen the neck muscles.
Okay, all right, I'm all with it.
My mic is on. Mouth saddle is going on the wall.
And if you need help putting things on the wall, you got FNX Fit. Let me stop.
And you can put her on the wall. Okay.
Now that is a Blerds and Whiskey deep dive. Put it on the wall. Okay.
Listen. The way I'm built, I don't need no goddamn FNX Fit to put nothing on the wall. You understand me? All right. Hey, character of the week.
Are we doing that now?
Oh, he must have to pee. He gotta pee.
Yeah.
No, I'm out of ice. I'm out of ice.
He gotta pee.
So, all right. So, if we're gonna go ahead and run that early, no problem. Speaking of character of the week, what we're gonna do is we're just gonna give a shout out to one particular character, as we always do. You can catch me on hashtag Canvas on YouTube. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and roll that character week footage. Character of the week. So, today's character week is Korean American genius Amadeus Chow. He was introduced into Marvel around 2005 with like Amazing Tale or Astonishing Tales or something, Amazingly Astonishing Tales, something like that. Anyway, he was introduced to the Hulk series. When he was a child genius, he was ranked number 7 smartest person on planet Earth. Number 6 wanted to hold his spot, so he tried to assassinate him. That went wrong. It ended up killing his parents because, you know, tragedy makes a hero. Because comics. Anyway, a child genius with a scooter and a coyote, he was saved by the Hulk, and I guess he felt some connection with the Hulk and he became his friend. Amadeus Chow has been very instrumental in the Hulk series since his inception. He was very vital in World War Hulk. He was the group that was closest to stopping the Hulk. He assembled a bunch of Hulk's old former allies and friends to try to stop the Hulk and reason with him. That didn't go so well, but you know, he was pretty close. But Guest appearances and inconsequential storylines aside, he did end up forming a bond and friendship with, of all people, Hercules. Maybe the brains and bronze combination was key to it. Maybe the fact that Hercules is pretty much a predominant man-child and relates to a young child who is also a child genius who's mature enough to handle adult situations. I don't know, but they made an interesting combination, and the comics are actually pretty entertaining. During Marvel's revamp or reimagining or reinventing of superheroes, Amadeus Chow was able to take some of the gamma radiation, or the gamma radiation, I should say, off of Bruce Banner and became the new Hulk. The Amazing Hulk, or the Awesome Hulk. Yeah, the Awesome Hulk, that's what it was. Amadeus is one of the few comic book characters that actually ages. He was from a child genius to almost like 19 to 20 right now currently, so surprisingly he's not staying a child for like the past like 20 years like most characters are. Now, I've jokingly said things like inconsequential and random storylines and guest appearances. The thing about Amadeus Chow is because basically he is, like I said, a genius, so anytime there's a need for a scientific person that's not used in the storyline, they can easily use Amadeus Chow as the plot device. Reed Richards is busy, Tony Stark is busy, just throw in Amadeus Chow. And in addition to being part of major storylines, he's also been a part of a lot of groups too, such as the Mighty Avengers, the New Warriors, Renegades, Olympus Group, S.H.I.E.L.D., who's not part of S.H.I.E.L.D., The Champions, God Squad, The Protectors, Agents of Atlas, and, of course, the Illuminati. Amadeus Chow is actually a well-written character that's defying stereotypes that most Korean characters would be saddled with. Although he is a former child genius, now an adult genius. He is a genius intellect, which means he's probably good at math. Damn it. Couldn't escape that one. All right, well, there's still at least one. Anyway, shout out to you, Amadeus Chow, the amazing, astonishing, the admirable Hulk. Back to you guys. Like, share, subscribe. I have an honest question about Fantastic Beasts, though, because it's the same issue that X-Men has, where it's like somewhere between like 10 to 15 years, he aged like 80. Like he went from like looking like, like he did in Fantastic Beasts, looking like he did in Harry Potter. Like what happened? Same thing with like Professor X and Magneto. Somewhere between like 80 and 99, 87 and 99, like all of a sudden Professor X went from looking like the guy from Split to Patrick Harris.
It's the lack of melanin. It's the lack of melanin. Come on now.
I don't know. Maybe when he got off that medicine, it caught up with him, and then Ian McGregor went from like Michael Fassbender to Ian McGregor. I'm like, how? That doesn't make any sense.
Come
in the
on
smallest
now.
time period.
Come on now. I have looked
to
the same age for the past 10 years. Okay, it's the lack of melanin.
Oh, so we're back now? Cool. Hey, the reason why we gave honest. First of all, I'm gonna give a shout out to the comment section, y'all, because y'all is on it right now. y'all are definitely on it right now. So for those who don't understand what we're talking about, you can follow the live chat in YouTube. The comment section
Not the
is
plug-in Kikazoid though. In our comment section, you gonna plug Kikazoid.
Good shit.
So
plug us there.
So the real reason why I did Amadeus Chow for Character of the Week is because we were discussing something that's going on with a lot of people of color, and particularly in the Asian community. There's a movie that came out, it came out, A24. It stars Michelle Yeoh. Like, first of all, anything Michelle Yeoh's in is just God tier anyway, so there's that. But it's also directed and starring a young gentleman. Go ahead, Rick, you want to take this part over?
Short round from Indiana Jones. He retired.
Also, the kid from Goonies too.
Yeah, and he was also in Goonies, and he retired from acting for a very long time because he couldn't get a legitimate acting role. I'm sorry, I don't have his name right here. I lost my notes on that last break. But he
was he
retired
Rufio?
No.
That's Dante something.
Okay, I'm thinking about the wrong character.
He's also the voice of Zuko from Avatar.
Yeah, but he retired from acting for a long time because he couldn't find like a relevant role or a role that actually, presented him that wasn't a stereotype. And until this movie, it's called Everything Everywhere All at Once. They essentially beat Marvel to the punch with the whole multiverse thing. I mean, Marvel has had it in other shows, but the big Marvel movie about the multiverse is coming out on May 6th. And apparently, from all intents and purposes, this movie is amazing. I have yet to go and see it. I need to make it my priority to get out and go see it. But it appears to be representing Asians in a more positive light. You know what I mean? And we've had quite a few movies in the past few years that have done that. With movies like Crazy Rich Asians, with Shang-Chi, with I can't think of anything else relatively off the top of my head. But
well, I mean, not to cut you off, but like another thing about it that's good about this movie is that it's or these movies that's been happening lately. It's the Asian version of For Us by Us. It's a lot of people that are directing and producing it are also Asian, so they're trying to represent them in more multifaceted and more realistic terms as opposed to just a stereotype. Like there's back in, like I said, the Short Round guy, there was only so many roles that he could only be as an Asian person in the 80s and 90s, which was either like the foreign exchange student who's just seen boobs for the first time in America, who's a pervert, or the sidekick role, or a martial artist, or saying there was only so many. Anything outside of that range, Hollywood didn't see a value for it, and that's why, like I said, that's why he retired, because he didn't see himself in any of these roles, or Hollywood didn't see him in any of the roles. So when Crazy Rich Asian came out, Ki Hu Kwan is his name. So thank you for the Genocide
Doing my
Circus.
job for me. Genocide Circus is about to do that. God damn it.
Thank you, Mr. Proper.
Oh, yeah. Horace wanted a job so bad.
You want to be a moderator, Horace? Is that what it is?
You want to be the 6th Blerd and Whiskey host? Is that it?
Well, technically, you would be 7th. Let's not put no shade on our good friend Cheesy Friday.
You're right. But yeah, go ahead, Trey.
I was going to say, Ki Hu Kwan, his actual last role before this was the first X-Men movie. He was an assistant fight choreographer there. He didn't have a live acting role, but that was the last, main
X-Men movie.
The first one, X-Men, just X-Men.
Oh,
he was a fight choreographer. He was dating the Goonies. Let's see what else. Oh,
there was actually a lot of roles were given to this too, because there was a scene that was given to I won't say friends of mine, but people that I'm familiar with from the YouTube scene and stunt family, the martial arts club. The same people who are actually part of the fight and training choreography for a lot of the Shang-Chi movie. So shout out to them, because they're actually doing their thing as far as stunt work and stuff like that, and actually getting roles. It was actually like kind of like their dream job or dream position to work with Michelle Yeoh too. So it was a dream come true for them. So it's like they're meeting their idols. So I'm happy for that too.
I'm gonna go watch that today. As soon as we're done here, I'm heading out. Well, I'm gonna give us sober up, but I'm gonna watch.
So it's like a mix between like Multiverse of Madness and Jet Li's The One.
Mm-hmm. I am Eula. I am nobody.
No one's bitch.
I mean, and that's good to see that we've come a long way as far as like representation, as far as minorities goes. You know what I mean? Because and it's very important for children of minority children to see people that look like them represented in a positive light. Like, look at the effect that Black Panther has had. Look at the effect that all movies of
Encanto. Like, look at the effect that Encanto had.
We don't talk
got a damn song.
No.
I
actually cried a little bit in the movie, but I digress. Go ahead.
But look at that. That's the important topic as far as like what we're talking about. Like, these things actually matter. You know what I mean? And these things need to continue to happen, and we need to continue to go out and support these. No matter what ethnicity you are, go out and support other minority ventures and other minority positive productions, and not just sticking to the same shit of being a black pimp or drug dealer or rapper, or being a Hispanic drug dealer, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, or the random Asian who is a cook but also secretly a martial artist or something. Anyway, there's something, or any. But let's promote the positive shit and the uplifting stuff, as opposed to those same stupid ass stereotypes that Hollywood is like to jam down our throats constantly.
I think that I think that shit. I lost my train of thought because I was researching something. I saw some in the comments.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and address one of the comments, which is actually a really good point. Shout out to comic books. Hold up though, who's bankrolling the Asian movies? Because they're definitely top quality production, like Love Jones and The Best Man. Because them low budget Russ Parr and Vivica production skit. All right. Honestly, like it's. I wish I did know more behind the scenes stuff of them, because and this is partially what Rick was alluring to. I'm not in that community, so I'm not as invested in the behind the scenes to find out how this thing came about, as opposed to, say, with movies that involve people of my minority. And I'm looking into like, oh, who's doing this? Who's behind this? How did this get to here? So you're right. Who is bankrolling these things? Some of them are actually their own bankrolls because, like I said, it's the for us by us method. But yeah, top quality, crazy rich. It's. I'll be honest. As a someone who's into film and video, what you really need is two good things just to make a really good film: lighting and production. It doesn't even matter what kind of camera you use technically, because you can always fix that in post, as long as you have good lighting. So as far as the production, all you really need in order to get your movie out there is distribution. So you need to find a distribution company to get the movie to spread to more major movie theaters, which is why you have those weird like such and such productions, and then you have like Paramount or Fox Searchlight or Greenlight, all these other things like that. The independent film movies, they already make those movies. The movie's already made. Then they go to the larger production producer studios and then that's how they get to a larger studio. So you get Cannes, and you get like a high bank person from one of the major production companies, and then they put that out there to the like major motion pictures and theaters, stuff like that. So that's pretty much how it is. So to be honest, who bankrolls them? It varies, but it's not that difficult. You just need to make sure that they understand that they can make money too. As long as the money is good, then that's all they really care about. A lot of them don't care about like what the movie is about and the structure and everything else. If they can make money from this production, then that's great. And for us as a consumer, then we can prove that this is worth the value that they're taking a chance on, which is why sometimes, I kind of have to support some bullshit just in order for it to get the foot in the door to get to the larger stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So isn't A24, aren't they the production company though? They're a major, God damn it, they're a major company. So they produced it though, right?
Yeah, but again, that's the thing. Like they like Cam just said, they will get behind things. Like, so we see that there's a movement of, of like minority support and people pushing these things. So I'm pretty sure these faceless production houses and companies will get behind these things, because it's just like, oh, this is hot at the moment. I don't give a shit what the message is of this movie. I can make a couple dollars off of it. So I'm going to give you what you need to get this shit out there and get people in the theaters to go see it. Oh, you want Michelle Yeoh to be in the movie? Cool, we got you. They'll put it out there. So, I mean, that's just how these things are getting made. If they see that,
but is Michelle Yeoh not a celebrity as when it comes to like the Asian audience, and even outside of that, and to a degree, is she's not like a big name Asian artist? You know what I'm saying? Like, why wouldn't they push a movie that she's in? Because she has done her due diligence. You know what I'm saying? She's been in big box office films. So like when you think of Memoirs of a Geisha, when you think of Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, like she's put that work in as an artist, like as an actress. So it's like, does she not deserve that push?
She does deserve the push, but I'm sorry. Were you about to say something, Trey?
No, I was just gonna say she's definitely done and paid her dues. I think this is the first film that she's got top billing. Like she's the main character. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Right, and that's my point. That's why I feel like she deserves it, because she's put in the work.
So here's the thing about the American market, I should say. Anything outside of America, like there's a lot of foreign actors that are top billing either in their own country or amongst the international, which is a very large and lucrative market. Like Michelle Yeoh, she can do stuff in Hong Kong, she can do stuff in Thailand, and she can do stuff in America. But as far as America is concerned, with the exception of like maybe Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, they have not seen her do anything else, even though she's probably making big movies over in Asia. She hasn't stopped since Crouching Tiger, but she's done like in America, she'll come in and do like maybe like a minor role. Like I think the movie that I saw her in prior to this one was something called Gunpowder Milkshake, which is also on Netflix, which you should check out. But the thing about American audiences is if we don't see it in America. Yeah, she was in Shang-Chi too, which is also very big in Marvel, but she wasn't top billing. She was more like she was part of the ensemble. But yeah, the way the American audiences goes is like if it's not here in America, they don't see it, then it quote unquote doesn't count. Same thing. It's a weird forced bubble that America kind of does. So while we know, like some people who actually do engage in a lot of film will see her in other stuff other than what's in America, other than Shang-Chi and stuff that she speaks English in. That's the world we live in, unfortunately.
Are there any other actors out there that fit into that mold? Like actors of
which genre?
I guess are you talking about like who are like doing big names and stuff over in like foreign countries, but then like in America they're big but not like super big? Is that what you're referring to?
C-list actors. Donnie Yen is one. But besides not specifically Asian, but
there's tons of like, I'll give you an example, like the whole Bollywood craze. Like a lot of people that
funny
are
about Bollywood, that Bollywood is actually bigger than fucking Hollywood. They do more money around the world than they do here in America.
And I'm glad you said that, because that's just it though. Like America or United States is just one small country, continent or country, but like Bollywood is so huge, and the amount of money that they make, they don't care if they make it big in America. It's like, oh, Americans love us, cool, that's great. But they're making big money over in UK, Australia, Japan. Like the international market in general, same thing with music. And the international market in general is always very big. But like there's, think about how many foreign music acts you can think of that had like a one-hit wonder in America, right? And you're thinking, oh, they fell off. Now they're doing big tours in UK and like Australia and shit like that. But like just because they had like one hit in like 95, we're thinking they fell off, but they're still making more money overseas than they are here.
Robbie Williams.
Like,
right.
Yeah, exactly. So
Robbie Williams, the Spice Girls. It's a bunch of other artists. Yeah, it's a bunch of artists you can name who you talk to an American person, it's like, oh, they had that one hit when I was in like middle school. Nah, they've won a whole lot of international Grammys. So but that speaks to how insulated we are here in the States, though, guys.
Reading the comments on YouTube real quick. Johnny Jackson or Made, Comics Word. Let's see. Sorry, last comics, knowledge. Sorry. So what about, God damn it, Johnita. All right. So Michelle Yeoh transcends the Asian film industry. Facts. That's what we were saying. Let's see. And Guardians of the Galaxy. She was in Guardians of the Galaxy too.
She was in Guardians of the Galaxy. She was in, like I said, Shang-Chi. Prior to that, she was in Crazy Rich Asians. She was in another movie with Vivica Fox. Not Vivica Fox. Angela Bassett.
Yeah. Gunpowder Milkshake.
She.
Dude, I'm sorry. That movie is awesome.
It is an awesome movie. Like she's in a lot of stuff, and that's why I was like, "Yo, if anybody deserves their flowers," that's why I made that comment. It's Michelle Yeoh, because like people don't put enough respect on her name, in my opinion. But
yeah,
I digress.
What about Nollywood? I'm loving their presence on Netflix. Facts. Johnny Jackson, are you always touring in Europe? Any big actor from any country that isn't frontline first world country, Steven Seagal and Bruce Willis are gods overseas with those cheap movies they make. Facts. He was interviewed.
David Hasselhoff is big in Germany. I'll never forget that.
He had a singing career, which is funny. Johnny Jackson, like old boy from that show on Netflix, Green Jumpsuits. I can't think of the name of the show.
Squid Game.
Oh, Squid Game. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yes. He was interviewed by an American reporter who asked about his overnight success. Little did she know that he is also a huge star over in Korea.
Exactly.
Right. So it's not an overnight success. It just is to us in America. You know what I'm saying? So
it's important to go out there and read and watch different things. Don't just get stuck in your bubble. Don't say, I don't watch that. I don't do it. Broaden your fucking horizons.
Read some shit watch some shit with subtitles and deal. Like, that's all. You'll be all right.
Those be the best.
Y'all got closed captions. Y'all watch closed captions. Y'all be all right with subtitles. I'm just saying, there's no difference.
Mm-hmm. Oh, speaking of Squid Game, they're coming out with season 2, and season 2 is going to be interconnected with the first season. So we're getting the masked man, the main black mask guy back. The main character who turned his hair red, he's coming back. What's up?
Have y'all watched the Asian version of The Walking Dead?
All of us are
there
dead.
Is the show. I can't think of the name of the show to save my life. If anybody thinks of it, let me know. But there was like a zombie apocalypse basically that took place, and like,
wait.
I guess Ground Zero was at an Asian high school or whatever.
I know what you're talking about too. It was
I can't think of the name, but it was a really good show.
They made references to train.
Is your mic on? Because we can't. I mean,
it's called.
You can't just talk to us.
The show is called All of Us Are Dead.
Yeah, All of Us Are Dead.
Yes.
It's called All
of Us Are Dead. Yeah, did y'all watch that?
I did, because they made references to Train to Busan on there.
Train to Busan is one of the best movies I've seen. Like, and it's a really, really good, well done zombie movie. So.
And like I said, in that movie, it was the director of that movie is friends with the guy who made Train to Busan. So what he did is he made so many references to like, oh yeah, kind of like Train to Busan, like kind of like, like if the movie was like had like in our universe, we say something like, yeah, made a reference to Star Wars or something.
Yeah.
Real quick, if you haven't watched All of Us Are Dead, watch it. It's actually really good. It is. It's worth your time.
Real quick, reading the comment over on Twitch. From Z's Nuts. We go through this, we go through that too. Most of us ain't famous unless white people know about us. Facts. But let's go ahead and get into our last topic of the evening, the afternoon, because it's still daylight outside. You know what? Fuck it. We've been trying.
We got baby mamas to go for.
Anyway, shut up, Cam. Anyway, we've been holding back. We've been staggering the episodes, but fuck it. Last episode was pretty damn good. We're going to talk about both episode 2 and 3 of Moon Knight.
So, spoiler alert. Log off now.
No. We're doing good. We just talk about 2. We don't need to jump into 3.
No, Cam, this is a democracy. You've been.
We're jumping into 3.
We're talking. Yeah. We're going through.
So y'all just going to herb it up then. All right, fine.
Show of hands. Cool. Show of hands. Who wants to talk about episode 3? And you're outvoted. All right.
Fuck you too, Alan Ian.
Right. You know what? I think I reported the wrong page. I might need to report the new camera.
All right, cool. I'm throwing shade at everybody. 24/7 lockdown.
What else is new?
That's okay. I'm gonna sit here while y'all talk. I'm gonna enjoy my drink that I was able to announce.
Anyway. Now that was shade. That was good shade. Moon Knight episodes 2 and 3. Last week we went over 1. Show was disappointing to me. It started to pick up finally. I'm okay with it. I still have not. I haven't gone to a comic. I was going to go to a comic book shop this weekend and actually go pick up some Moon Knight comics and try to do a little bit of research and not acquire them like I usually do. I was going to actually invest back into the comic book community. But I didn't get a chance to do that yet. So, watching the show.
Because it was hella shade thrown my way. When I bought the Moon Knight, good luck with that.
Are you still on about it?
I am definitely still on. Because now you're like, I'm going to go get them. I'm going to go and get them. Oh, now you want to go get them? But when I said I got them, like literally, boy, is what you said, actually.
Probably did.
B-W-A-H.
I probably did.
The shade.
I don't deny
that. Now all of a sudden, oh, I got to go get some. Nigga, fuck you. Go ahead.
I am about to say, hey, Trey,
Okay.
hey, Trey, it's shade for everybody right now. Because you definitely pulling that fanboy shit where it's like no one gave a fuck about that.
No one cares.
Nobody cared about Moon Knight. Nobody. I still hold to that to this day.
Nah, Trey. 3 episodes in. Now you gonna go to a comic shop looking for Moon Knight? Nah, man.
What did I say?
Whatever.
What did I just say? What did I just say? What did I just say?
You poured the shade on hella thick.
What you just said?
I don't care. What I
Trey?
said was for research. That means to find out more about the character. I didn't say, "Oh, Moon Knight's my favorite character."
Let me tattoo the
fucking Khonshu on my wrist.
When I said I didn't say any of that. To find out more about the character, you was like,
I laughed because I thought the damn character. I thought.
So in episode 2,
Thank you.
In episode 2, we finally got to see behind the eyes of Mark Spector, and we didn't get to see behind those pussy ass Stephen Grant eyes. Some people were a little bit upset about the way they introduced Mr. Knight and the way they changed him, but no one talks about Moon. Okay, all right, it's time. Go take a nap. It's time.
She needs a timeout. She needs a timeout.
No one talks about Moon Knight.
We are not going to turn it into a thing.
So I kind of enjoyed, as far as like the changes that they've made to the character, I liked the Mr. Knight reveal being as though that's Steven when he puts on the suit. But then also that whole chase sequence with the Jackal across the rooftops where we finally get to see Mark Spector take over and we finally get to see Moon Knight in all his glory on camera. I thought that was awesome. The chase scene
you said the situation when he was on the rooftop?
Yes, where the Jackal is chasing Moon Knight across the rooftops, and then he impales. And then he impales him on top of that steeple. I really enjoyed the action of that. I thought it was great. I want more Mark Spector all the time. Please don't switch back into Stephen Grant unless it's.
I want more Jake. Jake is the ruthless one.
I'm glad you mentioned that name. I'm about to say you jumping the gun though, but that's cool.
And I'm not talking about my baby daddy because his name is Jake. I'm talking about Jake in Moon Knight.
Hey, Rita, I'm gonna be honest with you. No one knew that ever.
Well, they know now. So throw the shade. Go ahead. Throw the shade.
Cool.
It's Daddy season.
So anyway, moving on to episode 3.
What?
I'm sorry, Trey. No. Go ahead, Trey. Go ahead, Trey.
Carry on.
No. Go ahead. You had something you wanted to say about episode 2, please.
So I was disappointed in episode 2. That's where I was referring to our conversation previously on the show. I was disappointed. It gave me a little bit of action. I didn't know enough about Moon Knight and Mr. Knight to realize if that was a separate personality or if that was just a different rendition of the suit. I didn't know. I also did not know that the suit can be manifested. I thought he literally had to put on a suit for whatever he's doing. So it was a little confusing, which is why I was going to go into that. But it's irrelevant. Keep going. Episode 3.
All right. So go ahead, Cam.
No, I was already saying. I think it was episode 2. Yeah, it was episode 2. Because I did like the fact that the Jackal is somehow like actually real now in their world because the homegirl threw a bottle at it because she's seeing she's seeing Mark Steve. Like she saw it was Mark this time though. She saw Mark. No, it was Steven.
Steven was the one fighting as Mr. Knight getting choked out against the car.
Right. And she's seeing this dude like, what is he going? And she threw a bottle, and all of a sudden, like the Jackal decided to growl right then and there, even though it's been growling the whole time. So I'm like, so you're just now hearing it? So I wonder if she's like also sharing the psyche break, or is it like a weird like plane shift thing, like that whole thing?
No, I mean, what we saw Arthur Harrow summon the Jackal from some different type of underworld using that staff of Amet. And I mean, there's some power there. I don't know what power it is, but there's some power there. And these things are manifested into our world, but only certain people. But I believe there's people I only believe that avatars of the Egyptian gods can see them because that's the only way that people can see them. But they're there. You know what I mean? They may have some type of cloak over them, or that maybe people have strayed so far away from believing in these gods that they can't see these manifestations of their power, even though they're there.
So they lack the faith to see the Jackal.
Basically, yes.
Interesting theory. I like that one. That's actually one that hasn't been discussed because there's been a lot of theories that's been discussed, and I'm sitting here just like I love the fan fiction theories. I love them all. It's some of them prove some interesting stuff though. Like as we were about to mention in episode 3, Khonshu actually took over the body of Mark.
Yes.
Yeah, it was Mark this time.
But yeah.
We actually haven't established who's the host yet so far. So that's one thing that we haven't established yet is who's the host.
Mm-hmm.
Because right now we're just seeing a story from one perspective and a story from another perspective. So there's a third that just showed up that she thinks that Rita believes it's Jake. You believe it's Jake?
I believe it's Jake, but a small part of me, and this is a little bit of shade per usual, I'm just waiting on Rick O'Connor from the Mummy franchise to just show up in Moon Knight. Like, I just feel like, why not?
Fraser's gonna make a guest appearance on there. Not Tom
like,
Cruise,
where's Scorpion King? Like, at this point, like, I'm just waiting on it.
So
but I digress. Go ahead.
Speaking of, so one thing that could happen, so the color scheme that we've seen as far as energy is concerned in the Moon Knight series so far has been what?
It's purple.
Fucking purple. Purple, yep. Iconically in the MCU, has been represented by what? Vibranium. Vibranium has its own energies and can be used in a plethora of different ways, with the exception of the Jaguar costume that Michael B. Jordan had on. But most of the time, Vibranium interacted with things in a purple hue. So this also, from my knowledge of the Black Panther series, leads me to think that, well, also Bast is the Panther God of Wakanda. In ancient times, it was also going by another name, Sekhmet, which is an Egyptian god of, like, I think power and cats or something like that. I don't know, don't quote me. But she left that pantheon and went over to Wakanda and established that, the religion there. So I think that there is still some underlying connection between Wakanda and Egypt and ultimately Moon Knight in the series. So the powers that they're using, that energy that he's releasing, is opening wormholes, portals, so on and so forth, using vibranium. His staff, I think, is vibranium. Go ahead, Rick.
Did anybody see the Kang reference in episode 3?
Yeah.
I missed it.
So,
but wait. But did you also see the Madripoor reference?
Yes, I did hear the Madripoor
because
reference.
there's a connection there for Falcon and Winter Soldier. But I digress. Go ahead.
Yeah, anything black market, they get those Madripoor in there.
Well, yeah, exactly, and also being as though that Sharon Carter is now the power broker. And and Layla is somebody who deals in stolen items.
And she was recently in Madripoor because she said it. She said it. She said, not she said it, but Midnight, whatever his name is, he said it like the last time I saw you was in Madripoor. He made a reference to it.
So there had to have been some crossover with Layla and the power broker in Madripoor. Now, also getting back to the whole Kang reference. Now, the episode, it doesn't open up with it, but I say the next scene is Mark chasing down a lead trying to track down Arthur Harrow in Cairo, and he comes across three Egyptian thugs on a roof as they're knifing a gentleman to death. And one of these men happens to be dressed a little bit like he looks younger. He happens to be dressed in an odd way. He's wearing a jean jacket, right? Now, you have to look very closely, but if you look at it, there are some colors on it. It has like almost a pharaoh type headdress on the back of the jacket. If you look at the colors are teal and fuchsia. Now, who has teal and fuchsia colors and who is also a pharaoh? Pharaoh Rama-Tut to be exact. Mm-hmm. Oh, Kang the Conqueror. So there is some type of I feel like there's some type of crossover as far as like they said, Arthur Harrow said in the first episode, Amet was betrayed by her first avatar. Could Kang the Conqueror, when he traveled back to be Pharaoh Rama-Tut, have been Amet's first avatar? And could there be some type of crossover where all of a sudden we get to episode 6 and then Jonathan Major just shows up again. It's just like, hey, motherfuckers, I'm a Pharaoh now.
I am absolutely in love with this conversation.
So what you're saying is the Scorpion King could have been somebody?
No!
Never mind. I'm fucking with you.
Up to it, down to it.
I mean, my theory is that the third personality is actually Khonshu taking over the body and basically leaving Mark and Steve. I don't know if he's pretending to be Jake. Jake may still show up, but I think like especially like the part where both Mark and Steven were like disassociated, and they were like, "Wait a minute, you did this."
Wait, you did? No, I didn't do it.
No, I didn't do
that
it.
Part.
So so now they're like, "There's a third one," and we clearly saw that Khonshu can take over. May not be for long, but he can take over. So maybe I'm thinking he could be like the harsher, like because Khonshu doesn't care.
Also,
real quick. Sorry. On Twitch, Z's Nuts says Bass was in episode 3. I didn't see Bass.
So go back into that meeting of the gods inside the Great Pyramid of Giza. There is a Bass there's a boss statue in the background. But there was no representative. So there was no representative for a lot of the gods. It was only 5 gods represented there. Right. There were 4 other ones missing, and so also if you look at it,
but
right?
their
the
presence
statues
was referenced, right? Yeah,
like, and then also with him putting Khonshu in concrete or whatever. Like if you look at it, there are a bunch of other little mini statues. So there could have been another bunch of demigods that they're just like, oh, y'all want to show off our power too? Well, you're going to get this work too. Now, can also, while we're having this conversation, can also give a shout out to somebody who's been going through hell on Twitter. MT from New Rockstars, basically, because of the whole thing that Khonshu and Stephen Grant did, where they were basically like moving the sky or whatever, essentially he went on Twitter and implied that Khonshu time traveled the Earth back 2,000 years ago in the univer's, and he's talking about how...
I kind of fuck with that theory a little bit, but go ahead.
He said that the Infinity Stones are back, Asgard is back. Basically, it's basically like he in his mind, he's saying that it's a hard reset for the whole MCU because no, seriously,
like Tony Stark's back.
So
I fucks with the theory. Like when you go watch that video.
Real quick, OCG, real quick. Let me just finish this. And I'm not saying that the planet Earth, like everybody on Earth went back in time. Everything around Earth went back in time 2,000
was
years.
Reset.
So it's still the Earth, but it's a whole different galaxy literally 2,000 years ago.
That would make Khonshu a celestial more than a god.
So they've been tying those together as you know, upper echelons beings. So they always say that magic is science that you don't understand. Exactly. Look at Star-Lord's dad. He's technically in the MCU a celestial. So why wouldn't they be? Hell, the Eternals. The Eternals.
Hey, I'm so proud of you because you took the words right out of my mouth. Go ahead, speak on it.
But yeah, like we have not had a direct definition of what is the echelon of power when it comes to higher beings in the MCU. So Asgardians are one level. Hell, the Grandmaster, the Collector are another level. Star-Lord's dad, not Mondo. Fuck, I forgot his name because he's such an obscure character.
Okay, you're still on the road. Keep going.
But go ahead, OCG. Go ahead.
I swear to God, if you say poop de scoop.
Oh no! Listen, no. Seriously, think about it. He turned the stars in the sky. Time didn't change. Everybody stopped where they were standing, and the technology did not stop working because she's still scanning the sky with her iPad or whatever that tablet was. That means our satellites didn't move. There's a website you can go on right now just to see all of the debris and bullshit just floating around the planet right now. None of that changed. And they told him, you manipulate the sky again, we will imprison you. The technology kept working. He didn't move the planet. He moved the sky.
So the sky is also still on the planet, though. Not necessarily space.
No, depends on your definition of
sky. I meant space. I meant outer space. Not the sky itself. Because our atmosphere, nothing in that.
But that still doesn't mean that the Infinity Stones couldn't come back.
That means everything.
As a result of his manipulation. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because I'm still in present day doesn't mean you didn't manipulate time and space.
We still got a whole piece of celestial sticking out of our planet, and we didn't even see his toes. Okay.
So basically, is your mic still on? Did they hear that part?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he's still.
So essentially, that baby celestial is kind of like the awakening statue over at the harbor.
Oh,
Where it's just coming out like
shit.
It is.
It does look like
is.
that.
If you never climbed up that hand.
So if real quick, I'm sorry, Trey. Go ahead.
Go ahead. No, go.
I'm just gonna say, guys. So there could be some. I don't subscribe to MT's theory. I mean, I think it's a really good goddamn theory. Like that takes some real like knowledge and some real researching to do. I don't subscribe to that because I don't think Marvel has the balls to pull the trigger on something like that. I really wish they did, but like I don't think they will. But like this episode 3, if you guys haven't watched it, please go out and watch it because there could be some really, really major implications from that. And then also like I am really, really curious to see who's gonna show up when we get to episode 5 and episode 6 of Moon Knight because
episode 6 is the last episode.
Yes, but that's what I'm saying. But so that's
we got like 3 more to go. Cool.
Yeah, but that's what they've done with these shows. Like the big reveals don't really come until the last episodes, except for fucking WandaVision. You
Boner jokes.
Okay, so can we end the show because I really have to be.
Well, yes, we can end the show.
Like
What I've done
really.
on YouTube, I'm trying to pull back up my Twitch. What I've done on YouTube and my Twitch because we do have an aftercare after the show. If you want to talk to us one-on-one,
hangover.
Right,
Aftercare, your other
I
show.
do so many shows. I know.
Right,
I apologize.
His stepdaddy mind has been activated. So
Click
he's like,
the goddamn
baby
link.
in aftercare.
Download Discord. Come and talk to us after the show.
All right. I'll do Herb's parts, y'all. Okay, so shout out to Herb in the comment section on Easter Sunday. You should be paying attention to the sermon, not us. But anyway, up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we used to.
Do we have to say the F word on Easter Sunday?
Ooh, it's already there.
All right, go ahead.
It's
already too late now. You know what I'm saying?
You know, hey, look, he died on the 3rd day. Just so I can say that. So I mean, if he didn't die for my sins,
rose on. Okay.
Same thing. So
Jesus said the F word when he tore apart that.
He technically died on Good Friday, and he rose.
All I'm saying is he didn't die from. If he
Come
died
into
from
Discord.
our sins,
Drink, motherfuckers, drink. Let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and that technicolor rainbow in between, it's your boy Trey Proper.
It's your boy Big Herb.
And thank you for watching Blerds and Whiskey.
Be sure to like, share, subscribe on all social media platforms.
And check us out on blerdsandwhiskey.com.
Be sure to get that merch.
And come take this shot.